Hi everyone, it's Erlene of Erlene Garcia Art. And yes, I am wearing my mask and I would like to teach you how to make a non-medical temporary mask with everyday objects that you might have at home. Paper towels, a bandana, an old t-shirt, and a pet pad. Yes, I said a pet pad. So let's get started with the first one. You will be needing 3 paper towels. This is a great project to keep the kids busy as well. You will be needing tape, a stapler, paper clips, and or a pipe cleaner, and or if you have a little twisty from the end of a bread package. So leave the 3 paper towels connected, fold it in half, pleat them like you would do a little paper fan when you were a kid. So I'm using the paper clips to hold them together. If you don't have the paper clips, that's quite all right. You can go ahead and start stapling on each pleat. I wanted to create this video for people who might be stuck at home and they don't have a way to get out to get a mask, or maybe there's not any mask in your local area. I thought about what I could do to help people, so I'm pretty creative. So I just thought, well, everybody might have these type of supplies at home. So, okay, let's continue. So that's a little bag of pipe cleaners, and I'm just going to use about 3 inches there. Don't use your sewing scissors because it is wire on the inside. Now, if you have a bread wrapping little tie, you can use that instead. Be sure and put a piece of tape over it so the little edges of the wire doesn't scratch your face or your nose. And then fold it over. And what I'm going to do is just mark it at the end of each part of that pipe cleaner just so we know where the center is, and then tape it down. Now you could put tape on each of those layers if you didn't have a stapler. Now let's just go ahead and tape that down. And then you'll see that it will be easy to bend and comfortable on your nose. Now, let's remove one paper clip at a time, and then I'm just going to staple each pleat in place. If you're doing this project with little kids, just you use the stapler because we don't want little fingers getting stuck in the stapler. So continue on both sides and fold it over, and then put a paper clip on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an old t-shirt and I'm going to cut the hem off of the sleeves. And that will be the pieces that will go around your ears. And if the sleeve hems are too small, then use the bottom hem of the t-shirt. So once you cut it, be sure and stretch the t-shirt and it'll become a longer string. We are going to put that hem underneath the fold. So you can take the paper clips off and slide the hem into that little area. I stapled the little fabric to the paper towel just to hold it in place and make sure that it's secure. And also, once you put it in there, make sure that you put a piece of tape over it. Again, you do not want the points of the staples to scratch your side of your face or get caught in your hair. If you're making this for a little kid, you can make the little loops smaller by tying a knot at the top. So that's it for the first one. That was quick and easy. Let's see how it looks. I pulled out my vintage mannequin and I'm going to try it on her. See, it looks pretty good. Pretty good, not bad. Okay, so that's mask number 1. Let's go to mask number 2, which is a recycled old t-shirt. This will also work for a child by using a child's t-shirt. So what we're going to do is cut 2 pieces off the bottom, a 1-inch strip and a 10-inch strip. The 10-inch piece will remain as it is, and let's just fold it in on itself. Take the 1-inch strip and pull it so we can have a long string. Now cut that one string into 2 pieces. Take one of your strings and tie it around the folded t-shirt piece. And then tie a knot, and we are going to do the exact same thing at the other end. I came up with this idea so you could keep your nose covered and, if need be, expose your mouth so you could take a sip from a straw or eat something quickly. I think this would look really cool in a vintage rock star t-shirt style. So let's look at it. Pretty good. I'm liking it. It's easy to tie in the back and it fits snugly on your face. Now you can also do the same thing as the other and put a paper towel as a filter underneath the fold. I wanted you to have an option while we are keeping our social distance of 6 feet away from each other. But if you're jogging down the street and no one is near you, you can open this area also. So now let's start with the next one, and this is where we turn a basic bandana into a mask. I've noticed a lot of people wearing their bandanas. I thought if you're going to wear a bandana, have a filter in it and or have it tie easy around your head. So if you have 2 rubber bands, a paper towel, or 2 squares of toilet paper, that can work as your filter. And the rubber band will keep your filter in place and easy to tie around your head. So take the square bandana and put the triangles inside. Take a paper towel, fold it over, and then slide it under one of those triangles. Now fold the next one over, and this one over and under. Now take your rubber band and go to the end, about 8 inches from the end, and grab it and put your hair tie or rubber band around that part. That will keep your filter in place. If you don't have a paper towel or toilet paper, you can cut an extra piece of fabric. I notice when people are wearing the bandanas are so thin and they need something in between to keep other people's spittle off of your face. So let's look at it. Do the other side. Make sure it's balanced. I'm happy that I came up with this idea because, like I said earlier, the fabric of bandanas are so thin you don't want to inhale somebody else's germs. And also, if you have a design on your bandana, make sure that it is going the right direction when you walk out of your door. The same idea with the pipe cleaner or the bread tie can be applied to your bandana so you can keep it extra closed on the top of your nose. Now let's see how it looks on the beautiful mannequin. Look at that. Like a rock star. Well, you will be keeping some germs off of you with this. Now let's go to this is my favorite one. I was walking around our apartment and wondering, like, what do some people have to make a mask out of if they don't have a bandana or the other items? And I thought, a pet pad. I think pet lovers alike probably have these on standby, so they are sanitary. And I'm going to share my regular pattern from my other fabric face mask, and it can be applied toward the pet pad. Now if you only have 1 rubber band, this is a little trick that you can do to get 2 rubber bands out of 1. This was an oversized rubber band that I found in the kitchen drawer. So just tie a knot and then cut it, and you have 2 pieces. So you can use your hair ties again or yarn. So basically, this is my homemade basic pattern that I use on my face mask, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You can pause the video and get the exact measurements 4 1/4 going one way, 1 3/4 inch going the other. Same on the bottom, and 2.5 inches wide in the back. And the center piece is 2.5 inches as well. And you can fold your pattern over and cut both of those top and bottom angles. Use a measuring tape or a ruler, and I'm just gonna do like some dummy drawing right here. You would never know that I really know how to draw, but this is just some quick, easy. Fold your paper over. This is the second fold right here, and then I'm going to just cut the angle there for the top of the nose, and since it's folded twice, it'll be for the bottom of the chin. Cut down, and your pattern should look something like this. And then take a pen or marker, Sharpie, whatever you have, pencil, and trace your pattern on the folded pet pad. Now, if you want to make it a little bit longer, just to be on the safe side, of course, do that and cut it out. Now, all you will need is tape and staples. And the reason, again, that we are using tape is because we don't want the staples to scratch your face. This will work if you do not have staples. Just make sure that you tape on both sides, because we don't want any germs flowing in between the crevices. And so I'm going to put the tape over those sharp edges again so we don't scratch our skin, and do the same thing on each side. And the cottony part will be the part that is facing our face. Let's put a rubber band on that edge of the fabric there by the ear. We're going to staple it, and then again tape it down. And for all the crafters out there, if you have washi tape, that would be a really cool element to add to your pet pad face mask. I was pretty happy to think this up. I was walking around the apartment thinking, how can I help people? What if they don't have a bandana or the other items? And I happened to look down and I was like, whoa, pet pads. Hello, people. Let's use some of those. They are cottony and plastic on one side. So I came up with this idea, and I'm very proud of myself. Christopher Lowell used to always say, use what you have, and I stuck by his rule. And look at the mask. That is pretty cool. Now, if you need to put a little pipe cleaner at the top and make it tighter, you can do that same trick as well, or put little darts in there, or use your washi tape to tape it together. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope that this epidemic is over soon and we don't have to worry about masks any longer. But in the meantime, be safe, stay 6 feet away from each other, stay home, be creative, read, feed the mind, check on your neighbors, and also check back and watch the next video that I have on the fabric mask. And in the future, you can wear them to those festivals that we like, and hopefully that'll be the only time we need masks. Okay, you guys, be happy, and thanks again, and talk to you soon. Bye.